What's going on, everyone? Carlos here, Disney World Freak. It's another Tuesday, another shooting a breeze, another Disney friends and shenanigans. Not shenanigans, as somebody brought up backstage that I did a little misspelling on my thumbnail, so I'll have to go fix it. But what's funny is that misspelling's been there before because that's the same thumbnail that I used a couple of weeks ago. So, whatever. It's shenanigans, not shenanigans. But you all got the gist. You all know what we're about on Tuesdays. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I have a really special guest here today. I am honored to have this man on. I put it all over Twitter. People want to get to know this guy. Please come watch. Today's the day. I know he's been on a couple other streams, but he hasn't been on one like this one. Not just yet. But first, let's start off, as always, with our normal shout-out to Dean at The Live Place, theliveplace.com, home to all the family-friendly streamers on YouTube. Don't know what you want to watch? Any day of the week, go check out theliveplace.com. Full list is there of all the streamers, times they're on, content, and whatnot. And I'm going to keep on shouting out. First week of October, we are doing, there's over 30-some-odd channels doing movie marathon. I will be on with Dean, Team Marie Photography, and we added somebody else. We will be on also with Rob Fuzz. The four of us talking classic movies of 50s and 60s. Can't wait to do it. Can't wait to be on with Dean and Tina and Rob talking about movies that I enjoy. I enjoy a lot of different movies, but what I really enjoy. Yeah. Also, had some mail. Oh, my God. Had some mail, and I left it in the other room. This is starting off great. Got a wonderful card from Pete McDevitt. Wish I had it to show you. If my wife is watching, hopefully she can send one of the kids in with the card. It's on the table, the dining room table. No? Okay. Guess nobody's going to bring it in. Just a thank you card for us being on Sunday's show. Thanks, Pete. I would read what's in it, but I don't have it with me. So I have to wait until the next show to bring it up. But, yeah, so before I hit the chat, we got this guy. As always, Dan, our good friend. You can always count on Danny B there. And this man.
Hey!
The great Marco. I am
Hello.
honored to have the great Marco on my channel on Shooting a Breeze. He is going to hang out with us. I was late to the party because I lost track of time. So right now, all I have is Danny's banner. Danny. I just call it Danny. Danny.
You just call me Danny.
I did. Danny. Tell me about it,
Oh,
Stud.
no one calls whatever.
Danny. I don't have
Danny.
Marco's banner made up, so I apologize, Marco.
No, that's fine.
Thanks for coming on, Mark. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, listen, thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure.
You know what? I've been meaning to do this for the longest time, but I don't know. Just like the time escaped me. Sending you an invite escapes me a lot, but I know we've streamed before on Rob Fuzz's channel.
We have, yeah.
And on the night that Resort TV 1 did their mod stream. I know we were on there too together, but this is going to be fun. I know I sent you a message. This is off the wall, basically. Not to steal that from Pete, but yeah, whatever comes up, comes up. And we'll just go from there. I'm sure we'll get some more friends popping in as the time goes by. First, let me hit the chat. Make it blue. Caitlin, welcome in. Thank you for being here, Caitlin. I appreciate it. Disney Dan, the great Marco. Look at that right in the chat as well, but in person. I put it on Twitter. Listen, you want to put a face with a name, here's the time to do it. If you do not know who Marco is, want to know who that man is behind the stats and all those great welcomes. I know you the first time I Resort TV 1, you welcomed me in, with open arms, so I appreciate it. And now we're, mods together, but I call you the chief mod. You are, to me, the chief mod of Resort TV 1. Really Creative Travel, welcome in. If nobody's seen Blaine yet, Blaine was my guest on last Saturday stream on Get to Know Them on my Saturday show, and really was on. Blaine was on. Blaine really from Really Creative Travel. So, go back. Watch the replay of that. I appreciate it. Who else is in this chat? Who else is in this chat? Alex, the filmmaker, welcome in. This Our Dreams. Good afternoon, everyone. Jeff, Angela, I hope you're having a good time down in Florida. I know Angela's been at the parks. Jeff's been working. So whichever one that is, you want to pop on, you know where your link is. Samantha Lowe, welcome in. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Everybody saying hi to each other. It's LSU mom. Emily, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And it's a slow day. All right. Tracy Glenn, what's up, buddy? Laurie Jean Carlson, welcome in. Saying hey to the great Marco.
Yep. Hi, Laurie. Hello.
So I want to start off by one thing, and then we can go from there because Mouse Talk is waiting for the rant. It ain't a rant. I kind of told him it would be a small one, but it's not a rant. It's more of an aggravation on my part, my family's part. Everybody knows we're going to Disney for Thanksgiving. We arrive on Thanksgiving Day, okay? No park passes, no nothing. So the plan is, Thanksgiving dinner with the family. There is some extra family going down, some cousins and whatnot. Got up to do my dining reservations on Sunday morning. And to behold, there were six restaurants available for Thanksgiving dinner. 6. None of them. Well, I don't want to say none of them that I would go to because we were talking off the stream. Dan mentioned this during the previous Saturday show for Thanksgiving dining. Raglan Road, it is on there, but let me state that the times that these good restaurants are available suck. I'm not going to dinner at 9:30. So that said, it's just aggravating. It really is because I get it. I'm checking in on that day, so it's the first day I can make dining reservations. All of them have been taken, all the good ones. I spoke to Disney Nerd Herders, Charlie, and I asked him what did he get for Thanksgiving Day, which is towards the end of his trip. And he ended up at Liberty Tree Tavern. Again, in a park. I don't have a park ticket, but still, the good restaurants were there. But I don't know if it's because it's the day we're checking in, so it's our first day, all the good stuff is gone. But literally, there were 6 restaurants for dinner. 6. And if I move to like 2 p.m. or whatever it is, a couple more open up. But we're driving, so I don't know what time we're going to arrive, so I can't count on that. So for dinner time, which for me would be between 5 and 7 or whatever, there is 6 lousy restaurants available. It's not a rant. I'm not ranting. I get it. But I don't know. It's aggravating. And I don't know what Disney can do about it. I'm hoping is everything still goes smooth COVID way and parks are still open and we're still going on this trip. But according to DeSantis, the governor, let's lift all the bans. Let's let people into restaurants and whatnot. I'm hoping Disney opens up more restaurants and more tables. That's all I can hope for now. I don't know. If you guys got anything to, on that, but that's my little aggravation rant for the show.
It's tough. I mean, it's a tough thing that's happening. Obviously, it's such bad timing with the virus hitting and restaurants having to limit capacity. I mean, we've got restaurants here. There's a restaurant over by where I live where they have normally a full sit-down experience as a normal restaurant, but now they're only doing collection and deliveries. That's it. They're only.
Is this Burger King?
No, because he won't go to Burger King.
I don't go to Burger King. So it's just like you got to sort of make do with what they have and what they're allowed to do. And like you said, what the governor of Florida or whoever's in charge will do, it's up to him, but also what will Disney respond with that? I mean, obviously tables are tight, and I feel like look, realistically, Disney cannot feed every single person who goes to their parks. They just physically can't. There's too many people. Because obviously they rely on people to go off-site and to do quick service as well. So that can be another factor to that too. But it is a shame, but I mean, you can sort of wait and see. But also what I would do, may be tedious, but just check every day. Just keep checking every day and see if there's any cancellations. See if there's anything that they can do about it. Because that's all I can really suggest at the moment, because it is such a tricky time at the moment.
It's a very fluid situation, isn't it? I mean, I know it's only a couple of months away, but actually a couple of months in COVID is quite a long time, and anything could happen by then, you know. And as Dan says, yeah, cancellations. I mean, over here in restaurants, the number of cancellations that restaurants have had in recent months has been really high, because people are booking tables and deciding actually no, they don't want to go out. So
I would say that's your best bet, because people will, if they see cases starting rising a tad, then that's going to be your opportunity to get that reservation, because people will start to feel a bit more concerned. So I wouldn't say it's out of the question at the moment, but there is a chance you'll still get to go to a restaurant. Yes, it might not be homecoming or whatever it is, but just to be able to sit down at a restaurant for Thanksgiving at Disney, I think is a plus in of itself, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I've been checking. I mean, that was Sunday. Today's already Tuesday. I checked, luckily for me, getting up early for work, 2, 3 in the morning. I go on, right away. I go on before I even leave the house and look for something. And I look throughout the day. The wife's been looking. So, that we'll be doing that. But I wasn't expecting. I really wasn't. I for some reason, it didn't even cross my mind about not even the point of not getting what I wanted. Seriously, it never crossed my mind that I would go and look, at 6 p.m. for dinner and see 6 restaurants available. I think that's what shocked me more. It wasn't even the point of not having homecoming, because that was the one we wanted to go. But there was like nothing. I wouldn't count any more openings due to Florida lifting mandates. Disney has said they have no plans on lifting their restrictions, unfortunately. Well, I don't know if adding more. Well, I guess it is, because they're keeping it 6 feet apart in that with the tables. So yeah, I guess that does make sense, Blaine. Yeah, I mean, I can only hope. If something comes up. BDF, welcome in, big Disney fan. Thanks for popping in. But right now, it's pretty bad here at the house, because we have no idea. Hey, Marco, I'm sorry about these banners. They're crossing.
That's all right. I keep having to go higher. It's fine. Don't worry.
I feel like shutting our names down too, just to. I already forgot how to do that, but I'm not going to do that now. But yeah, that was I didn't. I didn't want to. It's not a rant. I didn't want to rant, but. I did want to get that piece out, because it's been on my mind.
Yeah, no, it is. I'm sure things will work out, and things. I think just these things just take time, and I think I feel like Disney. I hate to say this, Disney doesn't really know what it's doing at the moment. I feel like, they are raising sort of the capacity of parks, but if they're going to do that, the lines are going to get very, very long, and we've seen that happen, as we've seen in streams. What are they going to do about fast passes? What are they going to do about dining? What are they going to do about cleanliness and sanitizing all these extra people coming into the park now? I think Disney needs to just take a step back, see what they need to do. I know they're doing things gradually, but also I feel like I don't want them to rush things to be like, oh, we got Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas coming up. We want to make as much money as we can. I'd rather it be safe, and for people to feel safe, and to have the same consistent sort of level of sort of cleanliness and where it is now, instead of just being like, oh yeah, we need to make sure that everyone is here for Christmas, because if they do that, then it's going to be a problem.
It kind of feels like they're sort of managing expectations, I think. Because I think the last thing they'd want to do is open things up more and then have to close them down again.
Yeah.
So rather than opening up loads of tables and taking, Carlos made a reservation, so then if Disney then cancelled it, that's probably going to be more of a blow than not being able to get a reservation in the first place. Right. So it might be a little bit of that, so Disney just managing expectations and just slowly doing things rather than rushing all out and opening everything up only to have to then, rein it all in again.
Mickey Scowls is welcome in, another great channel from across the pond. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, well, you led right into my next segment, another aggravation. is yeah, we've all watched live streams. We all watch the same people. You know, we all follow everybody. Yeah, it was nice seeing the lines. It made us like, wow, this trip's gonna be awesome. We're gonna ride, you know, Pandora 5-6 times. We're gonna do Everest 20 times in a row if Michaela wants to, whatever. After watching this last 2 weekends of streams, I feel like we're gonna miss rides because of the way these lines are set up right now with no fast passes and no nothing. I firmly believe that Disney hasn't expanded, you know, what they allow in. I think people are just getting comfortable and are going. You know, people that had these trips, all of a sudden they're like, all right, we can go. Let's go. These trips were booked and people are going. And a lot of locals. That's what I think we're seeing now. I don't think Disney has upped anything. I really don't. I think they would have announced it. That's just my opinion, but
I think the reality is that, you know, yes, they've got more people coming in, so obviously the lines are going to get longer. Plus, the lines physically are longer because you have to keep the distance. You know, when you have, let's take Tomorrowland for instance, you've got Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, Buzz, Space, TTA, Carousel of Progress, all in, let's be honest, a not big area. And if you get more and more people in, and more people are going to be lining up outside the door. Look, Buzz Lightyear's queue is pretty much over by the Carousel of Progress.
right.
And the more they add, the more that's going to extend towards the Carousel of Progress or have to go backstage or whatever. So Disney needs to really think about, right, how are we going to make sure that people can social distance, move in a consistent line? Do we bring back fast passes? Do we not? Do we try and prevent those breakdowns as limited as possible? Because, you know, I feel like one of the big things that happens, let's say a ride goes down for 30 seconds to a minute, those small times that it goes down massively affects the ride, the queue line. Because that could, you know, if it goes down, then needs to all be reset, then it all needs to be, you know, checked okay, and that's at least 5 minutes added to the wait time.
See, I wonder if they need to be investigating more of like a virtual queuing system going forward. I know they have it for like the disabled guests where you get a time to go back to the ride and that's your time and you don't have to queue. And I think Disneyland Paris, are doing something similar at the moment with a standby pass system where you have an app and you get a time and that's your time to ride that ride. And I wonder if Disney perhaps thinking maybe that's more of a way forward in the current climate rather than a fast pass system.
True. I guess they don't want people sort of migrating all in one place. Like if like, right, you've got a time at 1:40 to go to Buzz Lightyear and it's 1:38 and 100 people have the time for 1:40, everyone's going to be crowded around that place. And I feel like Disney doesn't want that either. No, so it's kind of like they've got to work it out. Yeah.
This is it. It would have to be quite a sophisticated app to be able to sort of virtual queue and basically sort of at the start of the day, you put in the rides you want to do, and it'll allocate times based on when those rides are, you know, the quietest. But they'd also have to do it into a very narrow window.
Yeah.
So like with Fast Pass, where you got like 15 minutes or whatever either side.
If you miss it, you miss it. You can't be like, oh yeah.
If you're not there bang on the time, And I think that's really the only way they're going to be able to sort of get these queues to kind of go.
Totally agree.
And I'll tell you what, I also talking about queuing as well. I feel sorry for people that are claustrophobic as well, because these screens, these perspex screens, they're very close together. I know you can see through them, but if you're
Space Mountain, that's really claustrophobic.
They're going up on more and more rides, I've noticed, and I just feel sorry for those people that don't like being in confined spaces. You know, it's. I mean, I'm okay with it, but there are people that do suffer with that.
My wife is one of them. She's concerned about the line at the Three Caballeros and and Thunder Mountain too.
Yeah. And my concern is, you know, if there was an emergency and you're all in a queue and you have to evacuate and you have to get out of that queue pretty quick, when you're all confined in with those perspex screens, it's not going to be very easy to evacuate on those queues should something go wrong. So, yeah, the whole queuing system, it kind of needs a rethink. It needs sort of thinking outside the box, really, and coming up with some modern ways using technology that we can kind of avoid queuing No, it's easy said
Yeah.
than done, but that would be the ideal.
Like, I'm very grateful that Disney is open. Like, I
Yeah.
think I'd rather it be open than not.
Yeah.
But I think Disney are doing the best they can. But obviously, if you think about how many sort of imagine during this time, right? And everyone's sort of a bit on edge about this whole virus thing, going to the parks. Could you imagine how many guest relations, like interactions, do you think they get a day? I'm just gonna say, like, right, kudos to those cast members who take in all those worried, concerned people about sanitize and keeping everything clean, and because I don't think without them, people would feel comfortable going to the parks, because I think they have done the best they can, and I feel like there's better things that they can do. But the problem is like, it's not just Disney. It's pretty much I'm going to go really off the wall here. Whole human race. We have not experienced what a pandemic is before. We have no idea, really. Like, obviously, there has been sort of viruses in the past, but this is a global pandemic. And even us, even like our governments, even our people who run our countries or whoever, we don't fully, even our scientists don't fully understand what this is. So we can only do what we can, the best we can, to prevent, being caught by this thing. And I think Disney does a good job preventing that. So,
well, they've been doing great, because we haven't heard of one case coming out of Disney. And we're talking about, they've been open how long now? 6 weeks? Give or take?
Yeah.
Disney?
Somewhere.
6 weeks? No, Disney been open way longer than 6 weeks.
Has it been more than 6 weeks?
I would go on to more than about 2 months.
About 2 months? All right, about 2 months, 2 to 3 months. Okay. So we're talking thousands, and we're talking thousands and thousands of guests. Not one word has come out, hey, this guest, and I'm talking about out of state, says, hey, this one caught corona and he was in Disney. Disney would have to announce on that like that. I think they would. And we haven't heard not one. So they're doing something right.
But you know what it is?
I'm not worried about going down there because of corona. I'm more worried. Not worried. I don't want to use the word worried. It's about the trip. It's about the experience. And the experience from what we saw 2 months ago to what we're seeing now is making me concerned about going on this trip. Not about corona or being sick, getting sick or anything. That is not even in the back of my mind. It really isn't. Because I work outdoors. I work around people all day long. So, being concerned here, being concerned there, it's the same thing. And I'm neither. I want to welcome in first the Do Philly crew too. Still haven't welcomed them in, but they just said too, saying where things are trending at Walt Disney World is impacting our decision on our upcoming trip. I know they're going towards the end of the month around Christmas time. And they just said it. They're concerned about it too. Ron, if you want to come on, or Meredith, talk about it, let us know. You know where the link is. Anna Giante, welcome in. First time I've seen you here in this chat. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet and you like what you see, I'd appreciate a subscription. If not, totally understand. Thanks for being here. Corner Sports, Tommy, Claudia, welcome in. My good friends from up the road. AGC Magic TV, Amy, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Making sure I caught up to everybody. Jeff Rosendes, welcome in. Thanks for popping in, buddy. I agree. Carlos, our decision is going forward. Has nothing to do with COVID. It's everything else. Right. It's, the same concerns I'm having right now of not, and again, and Dan said it perfectly. We appreciate that Disney is open. I do. I appreciate the chance to be able to go in 58 days. I do. But I won't lie and say that, the reason I was more excited and said, put the foot down and says, we're definitely going, was because we saw the crowds. There was nobody there. We were going to enjoy. You're going to enjoy the trip no matter what. It's Disney. How can you not enjoy it? But we, in the back of your mind was, oh my God, it's going to be a trip of a lifetime. Now it's just looking like, all right, it's going to be a trip like last July or the Christmas before. You brought up Marco about the people with the assisted pass, the DOS. Fortunate or not, or unfortunate, whatever way you want to use it, but we use the DOS. Our family uses the DOS. So yeah, it's going to come in handy, I guess. But it's just, like you said, it's a return time for that one ride. So you still got to go wait in these lines for these hour long. So there is no fast pass that I can, I don't know how anybody else utilizes their DOS, and I'm not here to preach about it, but we would use the DOS, go ride a fast pass line, because that's why it's there, and then go back to whatever the DOS was. Now there is no in between. It's use the DOS for a ride, and while you're waiting, you got to go stand in this hour long. To now what I saw yesterday, 105 minutes. Somebody's in backstage, but he doesn't look like he's ready to come on. Still setting up. You're ready? All right, so the thumbs up. I'm trying to let you in. Here he is.
Hey.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, I can't stay long because I got to coach baseball, but Meredith might be able to take my spot in a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
That's the one with the puck, isn't it?
No.
Ron from the Do Philly crew. I don't know if you had the pleasure yet of meeting. I hate pointing. Not this guy. You've met this guy before. Down below, the guy on the side. That's
Marco.
Marco. But yeah, Ron, you were listening in the background, and you got a trip coming up real soon. Autism Rocks, music by the Positive Autism. Welcome in, Danny, family, Micah. Hope you guys having a wonderful day. Hope you had a great stream yesterday. I know they had a live stream yesterday, a music stream with Micah and some chat. Hope everything went well. Thanks for popping in. And Mickey Bunch, Kelly, welcome in, Kelly. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you being here. So, Ron, what's your thoughts? I know you were listening off stream.
Yeah, so Meredith and I were going to talk about this Thursday because we have 3 trips planned at the moment. One around Thanksgiving time, one around Christmas, and then we get our next summer one. But seeing how the crowds have dramatically increased, the lines people are waiting, and it's not just for the attractions, but it's also for mobile food. It has me question, and I'm seeing all this plexiglass going up on every single ride. Again, I didn't mind what they initially did, but now I feel like they're getting plexiglass happy because they're putting it up everywhere. That it is making us wonder, do we go during Thanksgiving? Do we go during Christmas? I mean, to be honest, we may punt on both of them because I don't think the experience is going to warrant the money being paid. And one of the things that started getting me thinking about that is when I saw that plastic sheet they put in the back row of the Rise of the Resistance, because they've already had that on Living with the Land, and I refused to ride it if I got one of those seats. I literally just said, I'm not riding it, because you can't see. If you're looking forward, you can't see through that. You got too much glare. And for them to do that on Rise of the Resistance, it's souring me on the whole experience right now.
Yeah, it's all a good point. I mean, it's a lot to consider, but I go to this too. To postpone our trip because of this, postpone it to when? Because when do you think any of this is going to be gone? And I'm not talking about COVID. I'm just talking about Disney and their new rules. Walt, what's the topic? The topic right now is
donuts.
Donuts, coffee or tea, sprinkles. No, as Suzanne just said, she's claustrophobic. The topic right now is the trip and what Disney is doing with everything. And right now the topic's everything Disney right now.
Is it worth now going?
I mean, have you seen they get the plexiglass going on the outside of the queue now for Peter Pan, which makes me think they're putting it further inside the queue. They have it on the Tower of Terror, and to be honest, my feelings are that stuff's going up. That may not be coming down for a very long time, if at all.
Yeah, but plexiglass in the queue, is it really concerning? Not concerning. Is it really Is it a deal breaker?
Yes, for me,
Is it
for me, it is that, and because it's seeping into the rides, and
I think that's it, isn't it? Once it starts seeping into the rides, it's affecting your ride experience.
well, the rides is different. Yeah, the rides are different, of course. You know, I bring up the safari. I sweat on the safari as it is because it's Animal Kingdom. It's hot. So you're in that truck. I'm sweating, and now there's glass in front of me, plexiglass. You know how hot it must be to be sitting in there right now. So yeah, I mean that takes away from the experience. But right now, what Ron just said, we're talking about the queue. Is it?
So I will tell you why, because I feel like I'm not claustrophobic or anything. Meredith is just like I know your wife. But it does take away my experience because now I think I'm like, it's like I really feel like now I'm cattle and that I'm like in jail, walking down the line, to get electrocuted or something because they're boxing you in. Right.
I feel like Disney, what they should do, the only way for you to get through the queue is, I don't know if you guys had it in the States, but in the UK, there used to be a show called Hole in the Wall where you have to make sort of poses through a wall to get through like to the other side. So I think what they should do is have the plexiglass, and then you see all these people try and do funny like shapes with their bodies to get through the queue. I think that's the best way of doing
it. Hey, whatever works, man.
Yeah. Instead of the spinning teacups, it will all just be like every teacup will have a box. So it'll be like the spinning cubes because you got to be bubbling up with.
Danny makes a valid point here, and I think I just highlighted it, but my computer is really slow right now. Thank God for the phone. The plexiglass is silly. It holds the germs in place and blocks airflow. People are making rules that don't know what they're doing.
Because think about it. You get the plexiglass, right? Then why am I wearing a mask? So from what I see for Peter Pan, they put it on the outside. So now you get no breeze going into that queue. I mean, I could just imagine how hot that is, especially if you're wearing a mask.
All right. And you just said that. Do you think they're doing that because they plan real soon to release the mask from everybody?
No, I don't think they're doing that. I think what they're doing is they're trying to put it around the queue to open a fast pass or do some kind of virtual queue. So I think they want to use my theory is that they're trying to set it up so they can separate the fast pass queue from the regular queue, that they plan on using in some way, and they need some kind of separation.
Mickey Scales is, I know. Don't everybody talk at once. we are with you on this one. Carlos, plexiglass wouldn't be a deal breaker for us either. Yeah, I mean, the plexiglass is not a deal breaker for me. It's really not. I am not claustrophobic, but I do sweat a lot. So I can imagine it's going to be a lot warmer in between, waiting in those lines. But
it all depends who you are. Like it all depends
of course.
And if this is your first time ever going to Disney, then maybe it is going to be a deal breaker. Or if you I don't know, spend a lot of time in the queues and enjoy going through the queues, then possibly that could be a deal breaker. But I mean, for Disney to be open for me is a blessing in and of itself. So if Disney are putting up this plexiglass for our safety, then I'm all for it because they are looking after us. But
Dan,
yeah.
But let me ask you this: Universal's not putting up plexiglass, and they're getting 0 reports of anyone getting COVID.
Yes, but it's a lot smaller though. And
have you seen the crowds there on the weekends since they've opened up those?
But still, even the crowds there are still not as huge because Disney obviously have 4 parks. They have endless amount of resorts. They have but all companies do things differently, and I feel like Disney. Yeah, maybe they're going overboard a little bit, but they're still looking after our safety in the whole thing. So, here we go.
Yeah, all I could read was the voice of reason, and I couldn't see the picture, so I didn't know who the heck I was putting on. so
you should know who it is when they say the voice of reason.
For a second, I thought it was Jeff. To be honest with you,
Jeff, the voice of reason.
No, but he likes pulling silly names like that too. So,
What's up, fellas?
what's up, Walt? How are you?
Not much.
I don't know if you've
Good
had
topic.
the privilege of being on with Marco, but Marco is here. The great Marco.
Good to see you, Marco.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
I'll just get out the way.
What's going on, everybody? What are we talking about?
Oh, you know what we've been talking about. What's your take on any of it?
Well, here's the thing. I try to be as impartial as I can be. I try not to be reactionary to the whole thing. All the new stuff going up is obviously inevitable that whatever they're doing is not coming down for a while. You wouldn't put it up and spend the money to have all of it built and then implemented if it's coming down in 6 weeks. So it's going to be here for a while. And they've really kind of already said that, because with the way they've done the dining plans and things like that, that's through like next September or further, if I'm not mistaken, with a lot of things. So what they've implemented isn't going anywhere for a little while. So I think we got to roll with it. Other than that, I agree with Ron. In some cases, some of the ride experiences are tainted a little bit. Personally, the Safari doesn't bother me because I always make sure I get an end seat. So I'm looking off to the side anyway, and I'm not looking straight through. So that I make sure I get an end seat.
If you sit at the back of the Safari, then you've got the back to look out of anywhere when you drive past.
No, but what is it? What ride is? Well, I know what you're saying there, but and I don't want. I want to pick my words correctly, but yeah, okay. Picking an NC, I always sit in the end too. But let's bring up Michaela and Ethan. They're going to be sitting in the middle of Suzanne and I. Okay, well, at least Ethan. Is that fair? Is that fair to Ethan to get shafted that way, to have all that plexiglass in between them and not be able to see anything besides literally almost sitting on mom or dad's lap to get a good view of something?
Well, let me ask you this.
It does taint the ride.
Would you rather
really
have the
does.
plexiglass and see all of the sides, or would you rather them have it shut down the ride and not ride it?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be one or the other.
I get that. And Dan's clapping there. Dan said it a million times, grateful and thankful of it. I am too. I'm not arguing the reasoning for all the plexiglass. I'm really not. But when you say it doesn't taint the ride because you get an aisle seat, yeah, so do I. But there's always somebody in that little bigger family that's going to get shafted.
Just go on to two separate parties.
Again, I agree, but it's part of the sacrifice that we have to make if we want the parks open.
Yeah, but
so you know what to do, Carlos? Carlos, you sit in the middle and let your son sit on the end.
I would just say whoever pays goes. So
Right?
You're sitting in the middle no matter what, buddy.
Go 2 and 2.
Yeah,
two in one seat, 2 in another seat.
Yeah,
But
right.
why is Disney putting up all this plexiglass? Honestly, I don't think they need to. I think if you're going to force me to wear a mask, then you shouldn't have to put up all that plexiglass.
Well, Amy makes an interesting point in the chat. She says, do you think they're doing it to try to prove that they can open Disneyland California? So
I think they've already proven that. I think they've already proven that. Again, not one case that we know of. And I'm sure even if Disney tried to hid it from us, we'd find out somehow. That's news. It is news that a case was found at either Universal, Disney, or SeaWorld.
But remember, they only let people in with the temperature check. So obviously
doesn't matter. You can still have it.
Yep.
Yeah, you could
temperature. You could still have it and not run a temp.
Yeah,
the temperature check really, it's more of a psychological thing, in my opinion, to make us feel safe. It doesn't necessarily. I mean, it obviously it's going to hold some people out that do have it, that are running a temp. But I could have it right now and run a temp, and they wouldn't know.
Right.
Yeah. Heck, you could have it, run a temp, take 2 Advil before you go to the park about a half an hour beforehand. The Advil kicks in, that'll bring down your temperature.
See, my whole reasoning is the other thing is the crowds to me, and I understand the social distancing with the lines, But I'm not going to go down there spending thousands of dollars if during Christmas time, if things are going to be even longer than my experiences during past Christmases. And that's what I'm concerned.
Exactly.
You think it's going to be worse than a past Christmas, Ron?
Part of me starting to think I think it could be. I mean, I have a trip plan. We still have a trip planned for Thanksgiving. And I don't want to spoil it because I was going to do this Thursday. But we're most likely skipping Thanksgiving because we want to see what the crowds are like during that holiday.
Yeah.
Help us make the decision for Christmas time.
Okay. Well, remember one thing. The governor down here, Gavin Newsom, Governor Newsom, has given the okay for these parks to increase capacity. That doesn't mean they will do it. Okay? That doesn't mean they will. Now, everybody's been talking, well, there's been increased crowds at the parks and this, that, and the other. Maybe they have secretly and silently increased the capacity. We don't know. Normally, Disney releases those types of things, or that kind of information gets leaked. So if they did increase capacity, I think we would have found out. I just personally think that even though they were allowing 30% in the very beginning, 5 to 10% were coming in.
Yeah,
and now people are a little bit more relaxed. And now we're at 25 to 30. Now we're where we thought we could be.
Newsom is California.
My last comment on that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're talking about two totally different governors. Well, I mean, literally two totally different governors. One's a Republican, one's a Democrat on other sides of the country. But that's politics. I don't want to get into that. But my last thing is this. I will say that I've been in the parks all last week. We were in the park every single day. Every single day. And the crowds were heavy. Disney can't increase capacity much more and expect us to wait in the long lines that they already have. Now, those lines move pretty quick, but Mine Train literally went all the way out, all the way around by Storybook Circus. It almost made a complete loop around the entire thing that you had to wait in that line. And so imagine if they increase capacity, those lines are going to get even longer.
Well, Magic.
I don't know how you do that. Now social distancing becomes almost impossible. It's almost impossible now.
Well, and that's why, Walt, I want to wait because I want to see if they're going to increase that capacity. Because November is a long way away. They very well could.
I'm with Walt. I've said it over and over. I don't think Disney was getting. I don't think they were maxed in the beginning. I really don't.
I don't either.
I think now I've said it over to everybody, even to my wife. I think now people are just comfortable. These trips were booked. Again, I said it at the beginning. Disney looked forward and said, "All right, we have these resorts already booked. This is how much we have coming in. Let's set the number at this 30%, because that's what we're going to get." I think this now is the 30%. I think now you're getting there. Not before. I think before was, well, I don't want to go. I'm still scared. Or I want to see how it is. It's been, Dan says 2-3 months. All right. It's been 2-3 months. People see how it was. People haven't heard a word of Corona. People are comfortable now saying, all right, let's go. Just like us. We're fine. We love what we see. Let's go. But I'm with Ron on this, that now we see these lines getting bigger and bigger and longer, and not being what we would hope and what Ron did get to experience. And you too, Walt. You were down there, and Jeff, where you guys got to experience in the first couple of months. I was hoping to experience that. What I'm going to experience, to me, what I'm looking at, Ron said one of his normal Christmases, I'm looking at as, one of our April trips or any of our trips, because that's what it looks like. Waits at 60 minutes, 105, 80.
Well, you have that now.
I've brought up the DOS. We have that, but we had the fast passes, which were only 3 rides. I get it. To help in between. We don't have that now. There's no help in between.
No, you don't. You're right.
It's again, grateful they're open. Yes. Are we going to go? As of now, you betcha. Are we going to be as happy? Hey, it's Disney. How can you not be happy? But in the back of your mind, and anybody going, and Ron has brought it up. Yeah, I don't. Is it going to ruin our trip? Probably not. But it's there. It's in the thought. Rob Fuzz, welcome in, buddy.
I think it just appears there's more people in the park myself, because I was there yesterday. The line for the monorail to get on the monorail when we were leaving, it was all the way through the area to get in. But you got to realize, like, how many things people can't get it. Like, you can't just go to a restaurant and sit down and eat, right? There's not all the tables available too. If those restaurants are full, that's taking people out of the park. And the lines are longer because everybody's 6 feet apart.
Right. And that's true too. Yeah. To be fair, look, we got on the other day. It was 105 minutes for Mickey's Runaway Railway, which is, what's that? That's what, an hour and 45 minutes?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Okay. It was an hour. It wasn't 105. It was 60. That's that's a big difference.
Well, that's all the rides. We've seen it on your streams. We saw it on Resort TV 1 streams.
Fair enough.
Those numbers are not accurate. We see that.
But, all right, but you got to have full disclosure with that then. Then you got to admit that when you say 105, 60, 40, it's really not 105, 60, 40. That number is skewed.
So let me ask you this. So we're staying at Pop. We have Pop for our next 2 trips. And people who are staying at Pop that want to take the Skyliner to like Epcot or Hollywood Studios have been claiming they're waiting an hour just to get on the Skyliner to get to the park.
They are.
And I find, to me, that's unacceptable.
Me too. Look, again, but that's something different to me. Walter and Andrea, my son and now daughter-in-law or future daughter-in-law, they were staying at Pop Century all last week. Every day they wanted to go to Epcot. Every day they wanted to go to Hollywood Studios. They had to take them up. They had to take Skyliner. And you're right. They had to be in line really early. I don't agree with that. They should have those buses running and give them more than one option. Mm-hmm. But it's all about, there's not enough people at those resorts to warrant them to have all that kind of transportation running.
I disagree. Pop's, at least for the times I'm going, Pop's sold out. So they
can't sell it out because they can only have a certain amount of percentage.
It's sold out for the capacity.
It's sold out. Right. It's sold out.
Sold out to capacity.
Yes.
Yes. But not full capacity of 100%. Capacity of what they're allowing into the resort.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Blade says there's no way.
I'm sure it did.
There's no way Magic Kingdom was less than 50% Wednesday. It was crazy. Blaine, here's my question to you, and I don't know about these guys, but has anybody seen Magic Kingdom at 100%? 100% is when they close the gates down, nobody else is allowed in.
I've seen it.
That's right. You're right.
Right. So I don't think they were at 50% of capacity. Were they at 50% of their allowed capacity right now? What's
more than that?
Who the heck knows what that is?
So from my experience, because I've been on Christmas Day and New Year's, where we've been in the park when they've shut down, it's really looked like it's full at 30%. I don't think that's 50% because I could still see pavement. You could still walk around pretty easily.
Right.
A lot of pavement. There are areas that are really crowded, but there are other areas that you'll walk by and you'll see, yep, there's 30% in this park. Because exactly like Ron said, there's plenty of pavement that's available. When you go over towards Liberty Square and you get past Sleepy Hollow, the area by Hall of Presidents, right in there, is usually pretty empty. It's not wall-to-wall people. And I don't know. And of course, over by Bell's show and over there by Gaston's Tavern, none of that's open. There's nobody over there.
Right. So that would normally take people out of the park.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So, that would help to funnel something over that way. And even now with Gaston's being open, we were in there Sunday. There's still nobody over there.
Yeah, but there's limited restaurants open, right? So you figure if all those restaurants were open, people would be in there. There's limited tables available. That's why they're
in the mobile order. You can't even get into the restaurant until your order is called.
Right.
So people are out hanging around waiting for that too. So
right.
You know, who just said it? Something about optical illusion. Yeah, it can be, but again, the parks are getting busier. They are. I saw this morning compared to yesterday. Today was better than yesterday. When I was looking at wait times this morning, around 11:30, I was comparing them to yesterday because it was around the same time I checked. Not Rite of Resistance. Smuggler's Run was 105 minutes yesterday. Not Smuggler's Run. I'm sorry. The train. Mickey Minnie's Railway was 105 minutes.
Oh, Runaway Railway. Yep.
Yeah, Runaway Railway was 105 minutes at around 11 o'clock yesterday. It was about 80 minutes today. That's a big drop. That's a big drop from Monday to Tuesday. But again, it's still, even for a Monday, 105 minutes was something that was 35 at the max 2 weeks ago.
I think they're being conservative on times, though.
What is it, Jeff?
Right.
I think they're being very conservative on the times because they're giving people the expectation it's going to be this. But if it's this, then, they're going to be happy about it. They can't say this is going to be the expectation and then set it up here because then everybody's going to be PO'd, right?
Agree.
So set the expectations high. And if it's when it's better than that, people are going to be happy about it.
But you know how the crowds are getting busier? Because Disney is increasing the hours on the back end, right, across their parks. So I think it's something up to the middle of October.
October 12th, yeah. They added more. They added 40 hours to the week.
Yeah. So they know that it's getting busier. I'm not going to say it's 50%, but they must be reaching at least reaching their cap, whatever that 30% is.
It's probably 80%.
Again, maybe I'm just being naive, but 50. Look, Magic Kingdom can get 100,000 people in that park at capacity. There's no way there's 50,000 people in that park
30%.
last weekend. Absolutely not.
Even if
I could be wrong, but I don't see.
Well, even looking at the Ticket and Transportation Center, there's still half that parking lot was empty yesterday. It wasn't even halfway full.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, not even close. I mean, we again, not to bring it back to it, but Sunday we were at Magic Kingdom Sunday, and we got there a little bit late, and we were still one of the first people up front near the beginning to park. It's really not that many people. I think we're getting programmed and used to the really light crowds. So now when some normalcy comes back to these crowds, we're thinking, oh my God, they're packed. But are they really packed?
We got spoiled.
Maybe we did. Maybe we did. I mean, and there's still in the back of our mind, there's still that uneasiness, that still trepidation when it comes to COVID and everything like that. And we don't want to be up close and personal just yet with people again.
I had a great time yesterday. I mean, it was a blast hanging out with friends, just walking around the park. We went on some rides, and it is what it is, right? The lines are deceivingly long because people are 6 feet apart. They move fast. They're continually moving. They're cleaning too, so you got to take that into consideration too. They want to make sure they're.
I'm sure that's part of the wait times too.
Right.
But Jeff, for someone like me, now remember, I'm going during the busiest weeks is what I have planned. So I know it's going to be worth.
Don't remind me.
I don't know if I want to spend $1,000 on a trip where I'm going to be spending more time in lines than I may have experienced in past Christmases, potentially, because I could use that money for other things that's going on in our life. And so that's where we're coming from.
Well, you got to write down what you buy, Ron, so you don't buy duplicates.
Amy says the signs outside the park said the park's reached capacity. Amy, do you have proof of that? I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying I'd love to see that because that would it make me feel a little better saying, all right, what we saw, that's all they're going to allow in.
Take care, Ron.
Hey,
Ron leaves.
Yeah, Ron left.
Hi, Ron.
Hi.
I'm like,
Hi, my feeling.
I'm like, wow, Ron.
Bye, Ron.
You got a lot
had to
quicker,
go to
Ron.
baseball practice.
So that is the one with the puck, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the one with the puck.
If you guys need me to come pick you up at Pop Century and drive you to a park, I'll do that over Thanksgiving.
I'll do it too. but I need
What?
to.
No, I have my
Like,
Look,
car.
I think
Jeff,
Ron's
I'm
Ron's
I'm the
point
least
is well
concerned. I have
taken.
my car with me. That's the least of my concern. I ain't worried about the Skyliner.
Yeah, no,
I'm really not. Not
I'll-
one bit.
I'll drive everybody, but I've never driven on the wrong side of the road before. So
I
You
do
are
it all-
driving on the wrong side.
You are driving on the wrong side.
How many other countries drive on your side of the road, Dan?
Is it all Europe? I don't know.
technically, we had roads before you did.
You didn't answer my question. If you'd like to answer my question,
I'm answering your question with another question.
no, that wasn't a question that you gave me. You gave me a statement, but it wasn't an answer to my question.
And on that note, Blaine says he had a
So
great
how many
time last
countries
week.
drive on your side?
On that note,
A
Blaine
nice
said he had a
handful.
great time last week, knowing how much worse it could be. But
The
it's
answer's
not.
75. 75 drive on the left,
Thank you.
and 165 drive on the right.
Also, not that many.
And of course,
Right,
Marco.
okay. So
would
we've
have
more
the
than doubled
stats.
Yeah, it's not a competition. It's like, hey, look, guys, we won the war. All a competition with us in the UK. Let's count how many tea bags we throw in the ocean. 1, 2, 3.
Well, actually, interesting. Most of the countries that drive on the left, are actually left over from the British Empire. So it's when we conquered all these countries.
Okay.
That's
Exactly.
we taught them all to drive on the left. So most of the countries where they drive on the left is because of us.
Where did Walt go?
I didn't. Wow, you offended him or something?
Is he in the green room?
No.
Oh,
Once he heard the tea remark, he left.
He doesn't even like tea.
Where'd he go? Walt, where'd you go, man? Listen, he's your partner channel or whatever he is.
I did nothing.
I did nothing. My mouse is over here on the chat. I'm trying to highlight chat here. I didn't do anything.
Wendy Lou who said Walt rage quit. He
Doesn't
didn't even
matter.
rage quit. He was laughing. I feel like because I haven't said anything for quite a while, I thought I would,
I was getting nervous. I thought you were going to leave for a second. There he is.
I'm sorry, I don't know what happened.
It was. See, I told you it wasn't me.
Like he's your partner channel. My God, were you that offended? I'll move you closer to me. Jesus. Here you
No.
go.
Dan can't offend me. You kidding me?
All right, then I'll put you down here in this corner. Whoa, what did I do?
Don't put Dan in the corner.
You just
Nobody
relegate
puts
me.
Dan in the corner.
Nobody puts Dan. That's the word. Nobody puts Dan in the
relegate
corner.
Marco's a special guest, so he's coming up. He's getting
Nice
closer.
to meet you, Mark. Nice to meet you in person, Marco.
Oh,
by
I'm
the
sorry.
way.
Yeah, Jeff, you
Yeah.
haven't met the great Marco?
I have never met the great Marco.
Marco is great, let
Hello.
me tell you.
Hi,
Jeff.
Jeff. Thank you very much.
Jeff from Dis Our Dreams in the house.
This is our dream. This is our dream.
Another great
Dreams.
support channel.
But today I'm Earth's mightiest superhero.
Earth's
You are?
Mightiest. Like I said, these guys in these weird names. I don't know.
Oh man, I killed so many bugs around the house today.
If you're Earth's mightiest
Andrew's hero.
superhero, I think we should all be worried.
Come on! Wow!
Caitlin says Disney just laid off 28,000 cast members.
Pew pew.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Say that again, Carlos.
I'm trying to read it, but you guys don't let me. Disney just laid off 28,000 cast members in Disneyland, and Walt Disney World just released a statement.
Who did they
I don't know.
who did they fire or lay off?
Just 28,000 cast members.
Well, I mean, but there's different jobs for different cast members. They just called back the cast members for the recreation parts at Walt Disney World 2 days ago. So some of the recreations is opening back up. So
I know
I
about
think that's
there's
kind of a
members of
general
the-
term.
about
Maybe there's more
probably
members of the Grand Floridian Orchestra.
Grand Floridian
Wow.
Orchestra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
By the way,
yeah.
go sign the petition, everybody. Go
The
sign it.
Welcome
petitions
in.
don't
Thanks for
matter with
coming
Do
in.
those work?
Yes, they do.
Petition
Do
don't
they
work.
come?
It only works to close Splash Mountain. Everything else, screw it.
I knew that was coming.
Okay.
Uh-oh, hit a nerve.
Yeah. Take your petitions and.
Everybody's got a laugh in place except
Tim
Carlos.
Pruitt, welcome
oh,
in.
no,
Thanks for
no.
popping in.
We know ho ho.
You
They
brought it
took
up.
his world, turned it upside down.
You brought it up, so let's talk about it. Seriously, what are they thinking laying off that band? or just firing them pretty much, saying you're done.
We were over there. Not yesterday, Sunday night for dinner. We went over there. It's just the whole Grand Floridian lobby is just sad. No music.
But it's closed. Why would it be sad? I get
What do you mean it's closed? It's not closed.
The DVC is open.
No, it's open now.
Yeah, it's open.
It only
is it?
closed.
It's open.
It only
Well, it
closed
was
because
closed
the
during the NBA.
NBA.
The NBA is
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
They're gone, but now
The
they're
NBA
open.
is gone.
Now they're open. They had to open it because the Polynesian was closing.
Emily says it's all over Twitter if you want to read Josh D'Amaro's official statement about it.
Well,
That's about the layoffs. I'm talking about the band. Why lay off the band? I mean, why?
They don't want people gathering, watching the orchestra.
Yeah, but they were fine at Hollywood Studios. Now what? We're going to close that stage down until...
I know.
No, it's different. It's apples and oranges. You have a small Grand Floridian lobby that's going to gather people together, compared to a studio or a theater where you can very easily socially distance those people.
But they were fine.
You can't do that at the Grand Floridian.
But they were fine out there. Why not leave them out there until we can bring them back inside?
Because maybe they're bringing back Beauty and the Beast.
The thing is, though, I mean, when they were at Grand Floridian, it's not like crowds were turning up to watch them before. So I don't think social distancing was ever really an issue at the Grand Floridian in terms of the orchestra being there, was it?
I don't know. I'm never over there.
I've never seen sort of people go to the Grand Floridian. I mean, obviously we go there on streams and things to watch the orchestra play. You never see sort of 100, 200 people.
Oh,
in
for
Grand
the
Floridian
orchestra?
lobby
No,
listening to
never.
the orchestra.
There's
So I don't think that was the reason.
Yeah, there was mosh pits going on and stuff.
Wendy Lou, I don't know if I welcomed you in, Wendy, but thanks for being here. If anybody didn't catch Wendy, she was on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's muted himself.
He's slurred.
no.
I could read his lips.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh, there he is.
Welcome
Okay.
to the Ron
Yeah.
Show. Ron, take over.
Yeah. Can I change the subject really quick?
Yes.
Phone call. Oh, you're still here? I thought you left.
Yeah. 5:30 is my practice. I got the times mixed up. But Dan, Carlos, right? We're in that soccer fantasy league,
yeah.
and I'm starting to. I'm in second. I'm starting to catch you, Dan.
Listen to
I
him.
had a
Dan,
terrible
Dan,
week.
listen to him.
The guy doesn't know anything about soccer, aka football, and he's like
he wants
winning
to
the
bring
league.
up. He wants to bring up the football fantasy league on the stream because he's in second place. He's kicking my butt. I know that, but listen to this
I
guy.
didn't use my triple captain yet, and I don't even know what that means. But now I'm gonna have to read it now.
Wendy, I was saying that you were on my all ladies stream last Tuesday. It was ladies' night. So if anybody wants to see who Wendy is and get to meet Wendy, go back and watch the replay. I'd appreciate it.
that was a great stream.
That was a lot of fun.
Wendy's
A lot
awesome.
of fun.
She's awesome.
Yeah. Anybody got a rant?
So,
Um,
how close is Disney Dan to the Great Marco? Location-wise.
Well, where are you, Dan?
He's close enough.
Okay. He's right next now.
Well, yeah,
No.
here.
we are technically social distancing right now.
They live next door to each other.
We got these plexiglass windows, and a little bit of space like right here.
Okay.
But if we actually reach over, we can actually sort of that's how close we can get to each other. No,
Dan, can you do that special dance to open up that door to get through? Remember you tell?
no, I can't. No, I'm Northwest London, but Marco's
I'm
way up
Manchester.
north. Yeah, he's up. So we're about 3.5-ish, 4 hours possibly
Nice.
around.
Days.
So for us, that's a long way.
No, for us, yeah, that's true.
For us, that's a long way. But for you guys, it's like just a road trip. Weekend road trip.
It's a Saturday trip for us.
That's a Saturday trip. No, yeah, but it's surprising how many Disney fans in this community are from the north. There are a few from the south. Don't get me wrong. There's a few. I'm just baffled that there's not more of us from the south, because south rules and north rule. That's a homeward bound thing. Whoa!
Oh, two Carloses.
Oh, I'm having massive internet issues here.
This is freaking me out.
Hold on. Why is there two of them on there?
Who are them?
Hold on.
Birds,
Get the
yourself a
devious
turtle.
smile too.
Wow, I am so confused right now.
You think you're confused?
All right.
You should go and check that out with the doctor.
If another Carlos pops up, I'm going to be scared.
Yeah.
Hold
Got two more squares.
on. I am so,
Circle gets the square.
why is this?
Oh, there we go. No, there's a bit of a rivalry between the North and the South, but we secretly love each other. But
Yeah, we had that too. It was called the Civil War.
And nobody won.
Well, somebody won.
Well, somebody won, but everybody lost.
What?
there's
is
always a
going on?
winner. There's always a winner, and the one that tells everybody it's not the winning, it's the taking part. That's it.
Always remember, it's not a matter of who wins. It's not a matter of who's right. It's a matter of who's left.
Right.
Mickey Scout says, we're from the North. I'm like, really? No kidding, with your name Scousers in your name.
I missed half the conversation, so I'm glad you guys continue without me. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I lost the whole internet. I thought I was going to blow a gasket. Oh, Mickey Scousers. Yes.
Well, I don't know, Dan. I know you don't care because I don't think you think it's real fish and chips. Obviously, it's not. But Yorkshire County opened up.
I heard they changed their fish.
I haven't had
read
it,
that.
so I don't know. Next time I go to Epcot, I'm going to get it. So I'll let you know. I like it.
I heard they changed the. It was either the fish or the breading. One of the two.
Dan's excited because they're finally changing the name to Scottish Pie. No, Cottage Pie. What is
Scottish
it?
pie? You don't want Scottish pie, let me tell you. Cottage pie.
Let me ask another one because he's sitting right here next to me. I think so because the phone shows me in one spot and the TV shows me another. Are you that offended that it's not called College Pie?
Instead of shepherd's pie.
No, I don't think so.
It had beef in it, and it was called shepherd's pie.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, technically cottage pie has beef and shepherd's pie has lamb, but I mean,
Thank you.
in the grand scheme
Right,
of
but
things,
you don't
it's
have
such a
to. You don't have to go to the ends of the earth to tell everybody to right.
That's right. Yeah.
It's not the topic of every conversation, right?
No.
Let me get you away
That
from
guy
him before
over there.
Move us away as far as we can.
Dan's got
I have no
cottage
words.
pie. Don't drink the water if you have to buy it, and please don't thank the Phoenicians.
Don't thank the Phoenicians.
You better hope Suzanne's not watching because she's my own wife. My own
The
wife.
Phoenicians
Listen,
didn't invent the alphabet, okay?
my own wife tagged Dan on Facebook on that. Right? She's like, this one I can't pass up. I don't even, she just follows him. I don't know, she follows him. It's like, let me go tag Dan. I'm like, okay.
I've had people go on that ride and message me during the ride, say, "Guess what part we're on?"
Listen, I'm going to vlog that ride. I'm purposely going to talk. That's the only spot I'm going to talk while I'm vlogging that ride and be like, this is for you.
And
Dan.
guess what? You have to deal with that. And I'm the one that always has to deal with, hey, you're at Hollywood Studios. Go ride Tower of Terror. Well, do it for this. Do it for that. Do it for this. Do it for my dying grandmother. I'm like,
Now, Walt, let me ask you a serious question. You wouldn't do it for a fundraiser? I bring this up because Dan knows
do
what
I
I'm
get
talking
to pick? Do I get to pick the fundraiser?
Hold on. Dan knows what I'm talking about. The guys from Saturday Night Discussions, I don't know if they're listening in Ninja Mode or anything because I invited them on, but Paul is terrified of Tower of Terror. Just like you are, terrified. And they put up a GoFundMe to raise a certain amount of money. If they raised that amount of money during the show or whatever it was, that he would have to ride Tower of Terror. And they raised it. Unfortunately, because of COVID and everything, he was supposed to do it at Disneyland Paris. What was it, last month? I think it was supposed to happen, or this month.
Mhm.
So it's going to be put off until. But the money
I
was.
get the point. You're
You get the
trying. Let's not prolong it. I get it.
So if we
What I
consider
do for a
doing a
charity,
GoFund directly to that charity, if we raised a certain amount, no.
You still wouldn't do it. I
Wow.
feel like
Alright,
it's
man.
Yes, I would. No, that's not true. It depends on. Well, first off, I've already said. Now, put a stipulation to it because I said if I ever got 1,000 people in the chat, I'd do it. We haven't gotten anywhere near that yet. Thank God.
Let me tell you, you will get 1,000 people in the chat when you ride it.
Well, but that's the point. You got to get it. We got to get there to ride, and then I'll ride it, and then I'll actually film it as I do it. But I don't think we have to worry about that.
Wendy,
It's
what's
gonna
next?
happen. It's gonna happen.
I want to get 1,000 watches so I can go on with you, Walt.
I think everybody wants to.
Oh,
ride.
I'm telling you,
I wanna be there.
I fly down to go riding with you.
I'll fly 9,000 miles to come and ride Tower of Terror with you. I seriously
I'm
would.
so honored. Thank you all for allowing me to have a heart attack.
I'm like,
No.
he's sweating. Look at he's sweating. He's got to take his glasses off. He's sweating already.
My
Suzanne's
hands
in,
are sweating right now.
Suzanne's in the chat. She knows I'm not a big fan of the ride. I've ridden it twice. I mean, I'll
Me
do
too.
it. I'll do it with the kids. But it bothers me inside. Right around here, it's like, oh, I don't want to do this, but okay, let's go do it. Is it a fun ride? I think it's a fun ride. I really do. As much as I don't love it. I don't even like it. But it's a fun ride. It's a fun ride. I enjoy when I'm on.
Does that even? But does that even make sense? It's fun, but I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, to me, it does. Yeah. It's not a ride that will ever be on a fast pass. It's not a ride that it's like, oh my God, the park's closing. I didn't do Tower of Terror. It's a ride where if the kids say, can we go ride Tower of Terror? Dad will go with you. I won't be happy. But when it's over, I'm glad I did it. It was a fun ride. It's fun to do. But it's still, I grab on for dear life to the little seat holders next to you. Yeah, I grab on and I squeeze, butt cheeks tight and everything. But
It's in my top 3 favorite rides.
Oh,
I agree. I'm with you, Dan. It's one of my favorite rides.
It's one of my favorites. It's my favorite ride at Hollywood Studios. Granted, I've never ridden Rise or Mickey's Runaway. It's still my favorite ride at Hollywood Studios.
Look, it's great. It's a great queue. It's got a great story. It's themed incredibly well. I love the ride all the way up to the point to where you get on the ride, and I don't like it.
The only thing I do not like about that ride is that it always gives me a copyright claim when I film it. Always.
The pre-show.
Yep. Do. Copyright claim.
Yeah, all the time.
That's
Jeff,
it.
Jeff, you're gonna ride it. You're gonna ride it with me, Jeff. Oh, you know what? You're gonna be there, Walt. You're gonna ride. I'll ride it with you in November, Walt. We got to get this fundraiser. Wow,
All 3 of us.
We got to get this fundraiser done.
Peer pressure.
We got to get this fundraiser done.
No such thing with me, Dan.
I know. No, I know.
When's my first Hollywood Studios date? Monday, November 30th.
I got to work.
Come on, you can write it. All right, you can write it. You can write it for my birthday. It'd be my birthday.
I gotta
gift.
work. I'm not riding that ride. We have to get something astronomical for me to ride that ride. I already put my foot in my mouth once with that. I'm not doing it again.
I'll tell you, a GoFundMe page directly to the charity of your choice for a certain amount.
$25,000.
Oh, come on. Let's make it,
No, that's not.
Make it 10. We have a deal.
Jeff's got some money hanging around that. He wants to tax write-off.
I meant $10, not 10,000.
So if I came up with 25 grand, you'll ride that?
I didn't say that. I just said I just threw a number out there.
You know how crazy Twitter is and how crazy some people are? We can almost manage 25 grand.
How about
streamed live? Mouse Talk and Friends ride.
Well, how about Mouth Talk? I don't know if you guys will be my friends if you make me do that.
How about dinner at the boathouse and then we go ride tower?
Oh, listen, I'm not even that stupid. I ain't eating anything before I ride tower.
Oh, I am. I
No.
always,
No.
I
Oh,
always
God.
eat.
The
Listen.
kitchen sink, and then we ride tower. How about that?
I agree.
I'm up for
About the
that.
kitchen sink, and then you ride the teacups.
No, I'm never riding teacups again. Ever.
Walt,
Hey,
Walt, I hope you're there when I'm, in the same park that we're going to be at. I gotta send you my park passes. If you can arrange something, but yeah, I'll get Jeff back on teacups. I'll get
Nope.
Jeff back on.
Uh-oh.
No.
What do you mean not? I can
let's
do it from
move-
here in Rhode Island. I bet you I can do it standing
I'm
right
still
next to you.
I'm still dizzy.
I want to move from Walton Tower to Jeff and the Astro Orbiter.
Oh,
I'm not
please
riding
do.
that thing
Let's-
again either.
Yeah, I'm not
No,
sure
I
I'm going to do that one again.
I think with the amount of donation that we can pull together, I think we should get Jeff on the Astro Orbiter.
So
I'm
Jeff,
not. I
Jeff-
wrote it once. That's all I agreed to.
so Jeff, I had
So did Walt. He said that he'll go ride Tower Terror once. He did, and then look at us now. We're already planning his second.
I'll ride
outing.
Tower of
No,
Terror
it'll be
all
my
day.
third time. I've actually ridden it twice.
Okay, so we're planning Walt's third time. We're going to plan your second time on Astro Orbiter together. I'll even sit behind you.
This stream's not
That's
about.
tight.
Hey, Dan.
You together.
Dan, I'll tell you what.
And the shenanigans have begun. Let's get it.
Dan,
going.
I'll ride Tower of Terror when you sit down and eat a bushel of crabs with me.
Oh no! No way!
Okay. You
So
sure?
that's what it is. So that's what
No
it is.
way.
Dinner at Cape May, followed by the kitchen sink, and we go directly to Magic Kingdom, rent the teacups, Astro Orbiter, and then we go do Tower of Terror at the end.
Yep.
Is that what the
Good
deal
with-
is?
good with three
All
of
of
those.
this, all of this for $10,000 GoFundMe to a charity of our choice.
So Marco, what don't you like?
Ron,
Most of the
what about
rides.
you? Wait a minute. What about the host of the show?
I don't. You know what? I'd ride anything. So Tower of Terror would probably be my worst pick. So I'll ride. Yeah. So there is nothing for me.
Yeah, I've only ever done Tower of Terror once.
Unless my wife
Live.
could
I
think
tell
of
you what,
something.
here's what
She's
we'll
in the
do.
chat.
Carlos has to dress as Tiana from The Princess and the Frog and ride Splash Mountain 25 times in a row.
How do you do?
I don't mind a Splash Mountain 25 times in a row. I don't mind dressing as Tiana. I will also hold a sign.
Well, just generally.
I will also hold
Generally speaking, yeah.
Sometimes.
but I will also hold a sign, leave Splash Mountain alone. That's got to be part of the deal. But then I get thrown out of the park or called
Exactly.
a
Don't do
called
that.
a racist or something. Shelly Starwalker, welcome in. Thanks for
Hi,
being
Shelly.
here. My wife's telling me to stop being a bully. We're not being a bully. We're trying to raise some money.
Compromise. That's what
We're
it is.
trying to raise some money for charity. That's all we're doing.
Oh dear.
Listen, you know what? If the guys, and I say this to Jeff, Ron, and Walt, if the guys from the UK across the pond can do it, raise some money for charity and get somebody on a crazy ride, we need to do it too. We need to do it too.
But there's no crazy rides for me at Disney.
Well, forget about
Right.
you, Ron. We got to get Walt on freaking Tower Terror. Haven't you figured that out yet? We got to get like your business, Jeff's business, everybody's business to donate. We'll get to the 10 grand or the 25 grand, whatever it is.
Yeah, I was going to say, who said 10?
So I wanted to add.
I remember this number coming out.
William,
Five.
welcome in. England, Portugal, 91. Thanks for being here, buddy.
So Jeff, I do have footage of you on both the teacups and the Astro Orbiter.
At the same time? Holy cow.
Oh, that I am gonna put those up on my channel at some point. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, Angela said I look like I was blacking out on the teacups.
Yes,
Like I
you
was.
did. You did.
Oh, send me these
I had
photos.
to-
I got to see this.
I had to close my eyes because Joey crushed me. I just couldn't. I didn't know where I was, what was going on.
Listen, I love my wife, but
That's good.
she's I have never heard my wife laugh so hard like she has with things you have done on stream, Jeff. Yeah, I've told you that before, and that was one of them. Because we're sitting there, we're like, "Oh, Joey's not even spinning it," and all you see is Joey's hands. I'm like, "Oh, here we go." And hearing you on stream, I love you, buddy, but oh my god, that was the best.
Yeah.
Jeff, don't
Not
you let
for
them
me.
bully you.
But do you agree now?
It's already been done. The damage is done.
Do you
Again,
agree?
I'm talking about again. Don't let them do it again.
Roscoe Mothership, welcome in. Thanks for being here. Do you agree with me that going all the way up on Astro Orbiter is a different ride than staying down below?
No.
Of course it is.
Yes,
It's
because I
course
felt like
it
I
is.
was
You're going round in a circle.
No, I felt like
And
I
you
was going
lean
to
to the
fall out of
side and
it.
you feel like you're going to fall out.
yes.
Well, that's always fun.
But I feel like I'm going to fall out of the teacups if I go quickly
Who doesn't
enough.
love
I mean,
that
it's
ride?
the
Let's
same
go up
thing.
there and feel like we're going to fall 35 feet.
The higher you go, the higher
Have
you
you
go
never
up,
done it?
the more.
Yeah, I've done it once.
Oh, okay. Listen, I've done it once only. I hate that ride. And I'll apologize now to Jeff to get him to go on. But if I had to suffer once, so should he and everybody else. I have it on video. Michaela, as probably Suzanne's in the chat. What was Michaela? 4, maybe 5, if that. And I'm like, okay, baby, you can drive. Daddy'll go with you. And she's sitting there, and here we go up. I'm thinking like Dumbo. Okay, we're gonna go up. I have this old, the 8mm camera. I'm holding it. And when that goes up and you start tipping, oh my God, the words that came out of my mouth, no 5-year-old should be hearing. Nobody in Disney should be hearing, to be honest with you. And I have it all on tape. That's why I can't post it on YouTube or anything because, no daddy should be talking like
it'll
that.
It'll be 3 seconds long, a 5-minute video of 3 seconds.
No daddy should be talking like that in front of their daughter.
You can always use the bleeper in your
Bleep
edit.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's all it'll be.
she wasn't 7. She was younger than that.
Oh.
Or maybe she was 7. I don't know.
That should be discussed after the stream.
Oh, but I'll tell you that ride it's awful. I've said
What?
it. It's awful. The Astro Orbiter is awful.
It's
you
awful.
go up there and you feel like you're falling. I don't care how tall you are. And I'm sure Jeff's a lot taller than me. So for
That's
me to
what-
feel like I'm going to grab on for dear life or at least push my daughter out of the way so she goes first, there's no way.
That's good.
But that's what makes it thrilling.
Yeah, well, then
Because
again,
you're putting everything up on the edge. You're like, it's the adrenaline.
yeah, so
you
is
know?
Tower of Terror going up and down and looking out those big windows.
Yeah, but you're not falling out of the tower, are you?
Do we know
No,
that?
but you are falling out of.
For me, I don't mind the leaning. It's just it's a tighter circle, so I feel like it's quicker to get dizzy around.
Okay.
See,
I don't
get
mind.
dizzy.
I guess I don't mind the leaning. I don't like. What I mind about that ride is the falling out 55 feet to my death to the ground below. That's what I don't like about
Maybe they need to put perspex screens up around them. Stop me
it.
falling
Now,
out.
if they put netting down below, maybe
Trampoline
that'd go a little bit better.
netting.
They should also put padding in the inside of those tin cans that you're riding in too.
And they have water in them sometimes too. It's like puddles in there.
Yeah,
you
it's a
wonder,
water ride.
why. You wonder
Water
why.
ride.
It
You
ain't
sure?
rain.
You sure
Yeah,
it's
it
not?
ain't water.
It ain't
Yeah.
rain. Jeff left his own puddle there last time too.
I left more than a puddle, buddy.
Oh no.
Hey guys, I got to take off.
All
I
right.
do
Ron.
too, actually.
All right.
I'm sorry, fellas.
Bye,
It's dinner
guys.
time.
All right.
Marco, it's been a pleasure meeting you, buddy.
You too.
Jeff,
You great,
Ron,
Marco.
Yeah, you too.
Daniel.
See you again soon.
Daniel.
Hey guys.
Danny.
Daniel,
I call
my
him Danny. this morning.
brother. Carlos,
brother.
thanks for having me on, pal.
Thanks for popping in, Walt. Appreciate it.
All right, I'll think of some kind of
I'm
more reasonable
serious. I
number.
think
And
we
maybe
should
we'll
do it.
do a maybe we will do something for charity.
A nice
Yay.
charity
Let me know if I
fundraiser.
can get my flights.
But we got to do it quick because it's got to happen while I'm there and Jeff, and we're all going to write it together.
Oh, never mind. All right, sorry.
Carlos,
Okay.
And this time he
Carlos,
raised quick.
me and Jeff, I got to go. I'll talk to
See
you
you,
guys.
Ron.
See
All
you.
right, we'll see you.
All right, bye.
Take care. Bye. I can't believe that guy is nearly winning in fantasy football, soccer.
And that's what he wanted to talk about all of a sudden.
Newbie.
he wanted to rub it in. The new guy wanted to,
Newbie.
right?
Oh dear.
Right. Well, Marco, you said nothing that you don't like any of the rides, huh? Yeah.
No, I do. I get motion sickness. I mean, I do. There's loads of rides I can do with Disney, but I'm not a big kind of roller coaster guy. I get motion sickness. So I have done Tower of Terror. I've done it once, and I did it live on Resort TV 1 with Jenna on a stream. So yeah, that was an experience. So I can take that one off to say, yeah, I've done that.
Did it for
but-
YouTube.
I did it. Well, absolutely.
He
But,
ate,
no,
he
I'm
ate- he
not-
ate
I'm
yellow
not.
bananas too for YouTube. Yellow candy bananas for YouTube and
Crazy bananas. Yeah.
crazy
bananas.
bananas. Haven't looked back since.
But no, I'm not really a big kind of adrenaline junkie guy. So there's quite a few rides at Disney that just don't really kind of interest me particularly. I mean, I'd love to do that. If I didn't have motion sickness, I'd love to do them. But I just, when you go to Disney, you want to have fun. You don't want to be walking around all day feeling like
Right.
real. So,
Star Tours must be a walk in the park for you.
what's that? Sorry.
Star Tours must be a walk in the park for you.
That is one. That's one for me. Star Tours makes me very nauseous.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me
Yeah.
Disney, but I mean Disney.
Disney.
Doesn't make it Disney. Doesn't make me dizzy, but it makes me nauseous. Yeah.
Star
makes-
Tours. If I
It makes
don't
Angela
eat-
sick too.
if I don't eat beforehand, then it does. But if I eat beforehand and I don't like stare at the screen, then I'll be okay. But if I do stare at the screen and I haven't eaten, I feel horrible afterwards.
Were you
But even
ever
like
the?
the 360 circle visions? I mean, Epcot, even they can set me off.
Even those, wow.
Really?
Yeah. I have to, look down or close my eyes because it can get a bit too much.
Joey's
So,
best
yeah.
bud. Keith, welcome in, buddy.
Hey, Keith,
Speak of the devil.
man.
They were just there this past weekend.
They
Hoping to
were,
see-
yeah.
Hoping to see them when we're down there. Hope to get to see Joey and ride some rides with Joey and Lisa and Keith.
Joey's awesome.
Jeff's,
Yeah,
Jeff's-
go
Jeff's
on the
laughing.
teacups with Joey. That's a fun
That's
time.
fine. Teacups don't listen, and I was getting to that. Teacups don't bother me. I don't know why. I ride it, I spin it as fast as I can. Ethan gets frozen to the back seat because he can't move. But they can go on the carousel. And if me and Susanna standing there, we can't watch the kids on the carousel, Susanna and I. We have to literally look away because
Look away,
it'll make us nauseous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
get
can
that.
I can
I'm looking
spin
at
like a
carousel.
nut on the teacups. Well, I have a way to prevent it too. I don't stare at everybody else. I'll spin the wheel, and I'll just look down at the seat, not at the seat. Well, either the seat next to me, or even the wheel that you spin. I'll just look at that. I'm sure if I looked up and started looking at everybody else, things would probably get a little bad. But yeah, if they go on a carousel, we literally okay, let's go eat a pretzel or something because I ain't watching them.
Well, the problem was I was streaming, so I was trying to watch what I was pointing at, but I just couldn't.
Now
Focus.
you said Anne, oh Jesus.
What
bothers
is with you
Angela.
today?
I have no idea. You said it bothers Angela, Star Tours, but she did.
She doesn't write anything.
Well, she's gonna hang out with Susanna a lot then,
Yeah.
because Susanna doesn't write anything either.
She's not fun at all.
Mom
Wow,
turns her
you're gonna
head,
get a text.
and my own daughter's picking on her mother. All Susanna has to do is turn her head gently, and she gets nauseous. If
Wow.
if,
Shots fired.
and it's again in the other room. If Star Tours bothered her, how was I keep calling it Rise of the Resistance? The other one,
Smuggler's Run.
Smuggler's Run. I can never get that one.
Well, she rode Smuggler's Run the first
Right.
time.
You
Last
did it
time
on
we
stream. I saw that.
Did it on stream, and she wasn't because she wasn't pressing the right buttons. She was just
because we heard you yelling at her.
I said,
Press the right button.
press the yellow button. We weren't getting any. We weren't hooking up to anything because she was pressing the wrong button. She had her eyes closed the whole
The
time.
big flashing button. Yes, you press that one.
So, but how did the ride affect her? Did it bother her?
No, but I think she had her eyes closed most of the
Right.
time because she was pushing the wrong button.
That one's not as bad though. I feel like that one isn't as bad as some of the others.
No,
Because I'm concerned. I'm concerned for myself. Because Star Tours,
No, it's not near
Walt asked before, how about the hose? I think Star Tours is worse than Tower of Terror for me. Because I know Star Wars can make me sick. Star Tours can make me
Star
sick.
Tours is rough, but Smuggler's Run is nowhere near as
All right.
sicky as that one.
Smuggler's Run is smooth. I mean, it's
It's much smoother, yeah.
yeah.
It just concerns me about the screen and everything going around.
Well, you're
Yeah, but
also engaged in doing
Yeah, you're
your
looking at
task
like
too.
buttons and stuff as well, so it's not as bad.
So, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I want to pilot the Falcon. I can't, I'm hoping, and not to go back because I'm having more fun with the shenanigans, but to go back to serious talk, I'm hoping that Disney doesn't change that. If it's one family, the family goes alone, be it 2, 3 people, 4 people. Because, give me that experience at least. Let me go on Smuggler's Run with just my family and whoever's with us, Jeff, Angela, whatever. I don't want it to be my family. And then here comes those little passes again. And, I never get to be the pilot because, Joe Schmo that did a single rider is going instead.
Wait, Joe Schmo? I know Joe Schmo.
Right?
The single riders they always get the back seat in the back.
Right. But you know what I mean. I hope they don't stop putting families together because...
I don't think they will at the moment, but at some point they will.
Right. But I'm hoping not. Rod Priester, welcome in, buddy. Thanks for being
here. Rod.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Rod.
I hope not in the next 2 months. I mean, it's literally 58 days away. I mean, the countdown is getting there. I love it. I know we were serious talking before, and it was a lot of serious conversation, but can't wait.
Did you already talk about the restaurant availability for Thanksgiving?
I did. I started with that rant. But now you're here, and I told him, you text me. No, but he's here, and he did text me. He texted me the same day because I didn't know you guys were looking for a place for dinner either, Jeff. To be honest with you,
yeah, we're not going to eat here.
Well,
we might end up eating here though.
Might end up. I'll bring the turkey. You bring the ham. We all just end up at your house.
We're gonna get Cracker Barrel,
right? You were looking for a restaurant. You said the same thing. You ended up with Chef de France. You told me.
That was the only thing. That was the only thing that could.
Right. The only appetizing thing. I wish I could bring it up, but it's not allowing me on my phone right now. What's available? Oh, I didn't bring it up before. That's right. What's not coming up from the wait times? I wanted to see what the wait times were right now. But there was nothing. Again, if I went to 4 people, and my wife's like, you know what? If we have to do 4 people and tell my cousins we couldn't get something decent for 6, they'll understand. But even for 4 people, what's available? Dinner time. Everything's late. Enzo's Hideaway, Grand Floridian Cafe.
That's not bad.
No, it's not, but it's at 9:30.
Yeah. Oh.
Reasonable times. All right, House of Blues at 4:45. Haleo at 4:30. Peddlefish. We just won't eat for the next 3 days because I spent it all on Peddlefish. Planet Hollywood. Again, Raglan Road for 4 of us.
Hey, buddy.
We don't have a park. And I'm going to say this one, and Dan's going to get all excited. Splitsville's available.
We could always get bowling alley sushi.
Do it. Trust me. Trust me.
Available.
You are. It's so good.
I'm not saying it's not, and the wife is really considering it, and I have to talk to other people, like the guy down that corner. She's. I see somebody being said hello. There he is, Detroit Disney Duo. Welcome in, my friend. Thanks for popping in. Another one of my guests coming up on one of my Saturday shows. I believe it's one that I have to move the time, and it is. I gotta send you a message. There's a few people I gotta send messages to. Soccer schedule came out finally, and they scheduled every game for a Saturday, and almost all of them are at my time of showtime. So I got to change. Yeah, great. But yeah, no. Even she's excited because I wanted to do something, and she don't care. So I don't want anybody to stop thinking. But I wanted to do something with the guys, and when I meant the guys is Jeff. I know Jeff's down there. Mouse Talk, Walt.
It's fine. You don't have to invite me or Marco. It's totally cool.
The guys that are going to be down there. There's a couple other guys that I know that are going to go down. I wanted to go do miniature golf, not because I want to be like everybody else that streamed it. It looks like fun. I like playing mini golf. And I figured, you know what? The guys can go out and that's what we do. And she was fine with that. Then she heard our little stream and you at Splitsville. And before I knew it I left this room and Suzanne's like, yeah, instead of you going and play golf, how about we all just go bowling? Let's get everybody together to go bowling. Okay, dear. So I'm like,
she might disagree with me about the Phoenicians, but
I'm like, we gotta see what all the time frame is for everything because, and we brought this up earlier, Disney is adding hours to their park days. So, I don't know what we're gonna be able to do, what the time is available. I know I am taking this Our Dreams family for the kitchen sink. I have never done one.
Woo.
I know my family could never do it alone. It would be a waste. So I know Jeff agreed that, both families were going to go do the kitchen sink. So I'm looking forward to that. Just got to pick the right day for it. I already told Jeff this. I have 3 reservations, but all 3 are at 8:50. I am not eating ice cream at 8:50. I got to get something just a little bit earlier. At 8:50 at night, I am not eating a whole bunch of ice cream because, well, I'd like to wake up the next morning.
See, 8:50 to me is ice cream time. So
Me too.
So you're good with that time then, right? Because
Oh.
I didn't even ask you, kind of. I'm like, oh, no.
Just let me know.
I'd have ice cream for breakfast if I could. Angela would not like
Oh,
that.
we did, and we did end up with Chef Mickey for breakfast. We're gonna go try. That was the other time I had Chef Mickey was for breakfast. It was a bad experience, but it wasn't the food. Food's me and Dan has streamed about this a million times. Food's average was the buffet. I had a bad experience with the wait staff. Very bad experience with the wait staff. Very bad. So it took me off of that restaurant. But we want to go try it now with the family style dining. So, and again, Jeff and Angela and the kids are going to join us. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of time.
Enjoy.
We're going to have a lot of fun times. I'm hoping, we can get to the parks, a lot of the parks together.
Yeah.
Ride a lot of rides together and everything. No teacups, I promise, Jeff. Well, I mean, I want the teacups, but
Pinky promise. Come on.
Suzanne says bad experience, but wants to go back. Suzanne,
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. It was a bad experience, but it was only the waitress. Waitress was the worst part. Everything else was fun. It was all right.
I just, as someone who worked there, I just feel like there's so many great places out there. But
There is
I know,
there, but $25 now,
yeah, for $25,
you
why
can
wouldn't you?
justify it now.
Yeah, you could justify it. Yeah, if they
Yeah.
kept it at $25, go for it, 100%. I think what they're doing now with like family style, yeah, definitely give it a go because heck, this could be way better than what it normally is, hands down.
Yep.
So yeah, I would go for it. Absolutely.
And that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Trying to get Via Napoli. There's no Via Napoli available for the days we want. My
Our
wife's
fir-
been dying to go to Sci-Fi forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's been dying to go forever. There was one at a perfect day, perfect time that came up, so we grabbed that too.
I would always say you should always try something at least once, and
Yeah.
everyone's gonna have their different views on it. I personally am not a fan of sci-fi, but I haven't done it for about 5 years, so it might have changed since then. So
I would love to go to 50s, but she won't. It was that tried once. She didn't like it. Like she says, to eat meatloaf, I'll eat it at home, which is
then
dinner
get the
tomorrow.
fried chicken. The fried chicken. Fried chicken's amazing.
She got the meatloaf and didn't like it.
I don't remember what she had, but
The fried
I know
chicken is so
I know it was
Oh.
that Saturday stream. That's when she said to eat meatloaf, I'll eat it at home.
Yeah.
I make a pretty good meatloaf. That's why she likes my meatloaf. And why is she screaming meatloaf from the other room?
meatloaf.
Is she talking into the control and trying to play some music on YouTube instead of watching?
Play Bat Out of Hell. by
Yeah, right?
Meatloaf.
She's trying to play.
That is my favorite song of all time. It is my favorite song of all time. And I'm
But-
out of the hell and be gone when the morning comes. Sorry.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
We got to get Mouse Talk on Tower Terror. I hate to be that guy.
No, you don't. You like being that guy.
You gotta thank everybody responsible for this. Not you, Wazowski. That guy.
My son's going to be so upset that that's not open.
I love that attraction. I have to do it like twice a day. It's amazing.
Yep, same here.
So think about how many people that takes out of the park, too. That's a
Yeah.
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 So
Oh, but you were just there, Jeff. You were there, what, yesterday?
I was there yesterday. Yeah.
Angela's been going every day, leaving you home. I know. She told us on your stream.
I know. That's why I can't stand her.
Is she there now with Myers?
What's that?
She did.
No, they didn't go anywhere today.
Oh, I thought they were.
It's pouring here today.
Is it really?
I mean, it's been, well, tomorrow's supposed to be nicer. I think the Myerses needed a day off to recover too. Because we went out to dinner last night we were out till probably about 10:30ish, and they were kind of beat. So
what was I going to ask you? Yeah, you were there yesterday. How? Give us your honest opinion, because you know this is my stream, so I don't care what you say. But give me your honest opinion. How bad was it?
it wasn't. Well, I got there at 4:30, so it wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Angela was there.
I need
all day.
Angela's take on that.
Ange!
Ange! I said some bad stuff about you.
Well, hopefully she's listening. While we're waiting for Ange, real quick, I'm going to have
her fill in.
No.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm on with Liz. Did they want to talk to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to hear about yesterday.
Okay. All right. I do need to jump off, guys, but I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right.
Oh, is that Maya's on the phone? Bring him on.
Yes. Okay. All right. I'll check them out.
I hope Jeff understands we can still hear him. Should I mute them just in case she says?
No. Who doesn't like to eavesdrop? They're talking about where they're going for dinner. That's what they're talking about.
As Jeff's opening a can of Coke, I can hear that.
Hi.
What,
Hello,
was that,
hello.
Was
The
that,
real Earth's mightiest hero is actually
was
here
that,
now.
was that Ivone on the phone with you? You could have brought her on stream too.
No, that was a friend of mine from Pittsburgh.
I'm like, Jeff forgot to mute the mic, so. Oh wait, I could have done that in this end too.
Yeah, you could have done it yourself.
Oh, but you told me not to. No,
Thank goodness I didn't swear or something, right?
That's all right. We've done worse on the street. No, Ange, I wanted Angela. Have you met the great Marco before? He's right above you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
That's Miss Dis Our Dreams. That's Mrs. Angela. No, I wanted an honest opinion, and I want to say to you, just like I said to Jeff, it's my stream. You can say whatever you want. I want an honest opinion. How bad was the park yesterday? I know you did a vlog. You did a vlog.
Yes.
I watched it.
Yes.
And you said it was bad. It was worse.
It was definitely so. Here's my feeling. So some people are here all the time. So they've seen. I truly believe that they are gradually turning up the capacity. I don't think they're past 50%, of course. But people that are here all the time, they see that gradual increase because we're here sporadically. I saw it jump from 20% or 30% to 50%. I mean, I truly believe they're at 50% capacity. I don't know for sure. I'm just kind of estimating based on when you walk in, it feels like a normal Disney crowd, like gone are the days when you're going to go in and you're just going to see a handful of people on Main Street.
But do you feel that way because what you saw 2 weeks ago and all of a sudden a big spike? Because we were talking about this before. None of us believe they upped the numbers. We all believe, well, I think we all believe, I know I do, that people are just more comfortable. And these trips were booked. These people kept these trips.
Okay.
And are saying, okay, we saw that Disney's doing it the right way. Let's go on these trips.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Maybe they aren't turning up the capacity, but I feel that there are definitely more people there. So,
well, we could see that on stream, right? They compared to a month ago or 2 months ago.
Yes. Okay.
But
so you're right.
How bad? I mean, really, how bad was it?
I mean, it wasn't. If you don't mind waiting in a line, you're okay. So I know that everyone is saying about how they say that the line is longer than it really is, which is true. But when we went to go on Haunted Mansion yesterday, the line went from the Haunted Mansion all the way past the Liberty, where that Liberty Bell boat is, and down to where the walkway is in Frontierland. So that's how long that line was.
But did you get in line?
No, we did for a minute, and then it started raining, and we figured we better take cover.
So we don't know exactly how long that line took.
We don't. The wait time on the app said 50 minutes.
Right, but they've been doing that even 2 weeks ago when you were there. They
Yeah.
would say 30 minutes and you got on in 15.
Yes, and it
They
could have
did
been
a clean. If you remember, they did a cleaning of what did you guys go on?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mickey and Minnie's runway.
Oh yeah,
runaway.
that too. Yes.
You guys
yes.
waited in line for that. I was keeping time, and you got on in 17 minutes, and they were cleaning the ride.
Yes, you're
and
right.
it said a half hour.
Yes.
So
yes.
we you know, I
Yes,
know what
and-
the wait times are saying compared to what people are getting on, but
Yes.
now with the more crowds, is it still that way? Can I go
Yes.
there and be like, all right, Haunted Mansion says an hour. I can look at Suzanne and says, yeah, but we know it's 40 minutes. Let's go wait.
I'm hoping that's the case. In fact, you guys have inspired me since we're here. I mean, it's pouring down rain today. You've inspired me to go to the parks and look at a wait time and get in the line and just wait and tell the difference. And I'd like to do a vlog where I compare, this ride, I'm going to ride this. This is the time and this is what it is. And I'll boom, boom, boom and list them all out at all the different parks. You've inspired me to do that.
When you said you got inspired by us, is it because myself and Marco come from a country where it rains every single day of our lives?
Well, maybe a little bit of that, but we come from a city, Pittsburgh. It rains pretty much.
That's true.
I mean, it rains a lot in Pittsburgh.
Right.
So, but I really do want to test that again because we tested it when we were here the last time. I'm curious if it's still the same, if they really still are way overestimating it, because my feeling was if it's this bad now, I worry a little bit about what it's going to be like during Thanksgiving week. I think it's going to be, I think there's going to be lines. I know. Because I was thinking about that. I'm like, man, if there are no fast passes,
we picked the wrong year to go at Thanksgiving, huh?
Although it will be cooler. I have to say it's going to be cooler, and it probably won't be as bad waiting in the line.
Right.
But even, like I said, they were much longer than I remember them being in the past, 2 months that I've been here off and on. And also, I do believe, though, that they're shorter than they were before all this happened, because I think the lines are so long because people are spaced apart. So that just makes common sense, right? So you have more space between people.
Right. That's
so the
why
line's going to be longer.
That's why, I love your idea. If you can go, because anybody that streams, we know they're streaming. They don't want to wait in that line. Mouse Talk says it all the time.
Yes.
It's not right to stand in this line.
Yes.
Even though I noticed, everybody would still stick around and watch it, but I get it. I get their point.
Yes.
So I'd love to talk to somebody who has literally waited in a line that says 60 minutes.
What is it really? And which ride is which? Yeah. I think we're going to do that because we have a reservation. We have one at Epcot. We have one at Animal Kingdom. We have one at Hollywood Studios before we leave. I'd like to do that. Even if it's I go one way, Jeff goes another way, send the kids. Yeah. They try a different ride. Everybody tries a different ride. And let's try to get an idea of what's really happening so that maybe you gather enough data like that. You can make, you can't just go by, this said this that day and that day. You got to get as much data as you can. And then you come up with maybe, 50% of the time, the lines are not as long as they say, and they're doubling it, so you can actually come up with a statement like that.
I feel like they always put the times up, though. Even if this wasn't COVID, they always put the right times up. I've ridden Flight of Passage 3 times without a fast pass, and they've always been like 120 minutes, 150 minutes, and it's always been under 100 minutes. Always. Okay,
well, that's good, and I think they do that too because they want to set your expectation at a certain point, and if they beat it, I mean that's great. That's how you run a good business that way. You set your expectations a certain, but I mean, we'll see.
You said it rained there all day, and I was looking at the wait times this morning. That explains a lot then. Because I thought today was a lot better than yesterday. Yes. So today it didn't rain this morning, but it was supposed to. So when you looked at the weather yesterday, it said basically 80% chance of rain today. Every hour it was supposed to rain. Now this morning, at least at our house, it was a little, it was off and on. It was just sprinkling. But then we had the downpour. Now, yesterday we had a downpour in the afternoon to a point where we were all gathered under cover and no one was social distancing. I mean, we were basically on top of each other. We all had our masks on, but
but everybody was just trying to get out of the rain.
Right.
And I mean, if you were an antsy person, you might be a little anxious in that situation. I mean, I figured we were outside, we had our masks on. We weren't standing there for an hour, but we were all huddled together with strangers, you know, but we were just trying to get out of the pouring. I mean, it was lightning, really bad pouring down rain. So, but at no point in time did I feel unsafe. Other than when the lightning was striking and I wasn't undercover.
Right.
Yeah. We said this before during the stream. Well, I said, I'm not worried about, virus or anything. Everybody's got their masks on. We all know Disney's doing that right. So
right,
I'm not worried about that. I am worried about lines. I brought up the time because Angela, I know if you weren't listening in, but was because yesterday at around 11 o'clock, for some reason, it happened both days in a row. I checked the wait times, and yesterday was 105 minutes for, let's say, mini, and it was 100 minutes for Star Wars. God, why can't I remember the name of that ride all the time? We've brought it up a dozen times.
Smuggler's Run.
Smuggler's Run.
Okay.
Let's have a look now. Let's have a look.
Wow.
Now.
And
let's take a look at the wait time.
I will be the researcher here.
But today I checked the same time while Dan's trying to bring that up, and it was 80 minutes. So it was a big difference. It was, a 25-minute difference.
I'll bet you it's really low right now because here it's really coming down pretty good, the rain.
Yeah. But that's what I was concerned now. Was it raining this morning? But you just said no.
Well, it wasn't raining here. That doesn't mean it's not raining 2 miles down the road. It's so weird here. The weather is just so different than what I'm used to. I'm used to having
Magic Kingdom now.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Mine says there are no results in this category. Please select a different category. It means that there's no rides going on right now.
Yeah, well, mine was doing it before. I had to shut my phone off, turn it back on. The other phone. Right now, Magic Kingdom, the longest wait is 30 minutes for. Oh my God, where's Chef? 30 minutes for Astro Orbiter.
They may have just reopened that. They may have just reopened it because it was raining here. Maybe it's stopped rain. It's drizzling right now, but it's not thundering and lightning anymore. So
yeah, see, it must have been raining because Aladdin's 5 minutes.
Yeah, people vacated the park. They're gone. I mean, it's getting ready to close anyway in 5 minutes.
Jungle Cruise is 5 minutes.
Yeah, everybody left.
Yeah, I guess. So
and we did find
Epcot is open later. Wow, you can't. My service is
they're up until 7. So yesterday, Jeff and the kids got there a little bit later in the day, so they didn't see. They got there after the rain, so it had definitely died down a lot. So when Jeff got there,
that's
it
why
had
I had
died
a mask for you because he couldn't, because of the time he got there.
Yeah, but when I walked in and you looked down Main Street, there were a large amount of people, and even we were walking through Fantasyland, and we were like, dodging people. I mean, that's how crowded it was. I mean, really? I think again, gone are those days when it's completely empty. Yeah. So
well, we knew that. That was to be expected. Pepper Tree Villa, welcome in. Arnia, Doug, thanks for being in here. Appreciate it.
Hey guys.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. No such thing as a bad Disney trip, Carlos, no matter how long the wait times are. No,
I agree.
I agree. Listen, I've stated that a million times. I would never complain about being in Disney.
Right.
Is it going to upset me a little bit there? All right. People need to understand where I'm coming from just a little bit. Or you don't have to understand it all, but yes, my family uses the DOS. We do. Okay. But there was fast passes to use at the same time. So did we wait in lines? Basically, no.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. We didn't. Maybe 1 or 2 here and there if we were waiting for a DOS return time and we didn't have a fast pass to go ride. We'd go wait 20, 25 minutes for a ride.
Mm-hmm.
But that was it. So that's what we're used to. So now with no fast pass, yes, I know we can still get the DOS and we will get it. But I was saying earlier, while we're waiting for that return time, if the wait's long, like Smuggler's Run, got it this time. Can you believe that?
Hey.
105 right at the end of the show. It's 105 minutes. I go get a DOS for that to come back. I don't want to go stand in line for an hour at, let's say, Slinky Dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're not used to it. So it's something we're gonna have to get used to, and I understand that, but
Right.
we're not used to it. So that's all the only place I'm coming from.
Right.
Is
Right.
what the last trip for us was 18 months ago in July,
Mm-hmm.
where everything was different. We know that, but it's what we were
Right.
used to.
Right.
This is going to be a whole new ball game for us.
It will. And I'll tell you though, if you are in a situation where you're with people, so say if we're with you guys and we're waiting in that line goes like that because you can use that time to chit chat. I mean, if you're just with your family or you're by yourself, it's going to seem like it's taking forever.
Yeah, because we don't want to talk to our own family.
No.
But, we were waiting in the lines with friends. So we were just chatting and, using the time to catch up. I mean, if you could think of productive ways to use your time while you're waiting in that line, do it. If maybe you look for a dining reservation for the next day or I don't know. I mean,
no, I know what you're saying.
There are ways to make the time go faster, especially like I said, if it's cooler, it won't seem as bad. Yeah, cooler.
I hope because
it should be.
I've made my statements about wearing masks in the heat, but
yeah.
I know our last winter trip was the first week of December. Basically, when we're going, actually, it was probably 7 or 8 days later. We had 4 days. The highest I got was like 65, 70. I had a jacket on and everything because to us it was, even though we left the cold, to us down there it was still cold.
Yeah.
Hopefully
people have said it's a different cold down here. I believe that. When it's 45 degrees down here, it just seems colder than it does 45 degrees up north. I don't know why. I don't know if it's maybe because you're so used to being warm or because it's more, there's more humidity in the air. But yeah, I've had those days where I'm wearing a hat and gloves and a sweatshirt at Hollywood Studios and it's, middle of January. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that might be us again this year. Well, I hope not, but we'll pack for it. Rob says, I might be in a minority, but I don't like Fast Pass Plus. I think it slows everything down.
You're not in the minority there.
You're not in a minority. And if Walt was still here, he'd be clapping and high-fiving and doing everything like that. Because I know what he thinks. I've started thinking more about it. And you're right. It does slow everything. It does slow stuff down. It does.
But if there wasn't Fast Pass, there wouldn't be space for all the people who want to go on the rides. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because more and more people every year. If this wasn't the way, if this was just a normal year and there was no Fast Pass, and with the capacity going up every single year, they won't have room for everybody to wait in lines. They just won't. Even though it will move more consistently, there'll be more people going to those attractions.
I agree.
Yeah, that makes sense. I never thought about that, but
we are at the 2-hour mark pretty much. Another great Tuesday in the books. Another great shooting the breeze. I had the privilege today of having this man, the great Marco, come on. Man of many facts.
He's going to do his little wave.
I hope he's willing to come on again.
Cool.
He's more than welcome. We're here every Tuesday. If you'd like to be a frequent member, I'd appreciate that. I love having Marco on.
It's been a fun stream. It's been educational as well because I've learned a couple of things. I've learned, obviously, Carlos, you don't mind dressing up as Princess Tiana.
No.
And I've learned that when Dan sings Bat Out of Hell, he sounds like the Bee Gees. So it's been a fun stream.
Hey, you know what's funny? When I sing Tragedy, I sound a lot like Meatloaf.
Oh my goodness.
We got time to go around the room if we can, if we want. It's up to you guys. But Marco, I know you don't stream much or upload. You have uploaded a lot.
I have done a couple of streams in the past. I've uploaded a few things. It's predominantly fireworks. It's a bit of a passion of mine. So my channel is mainly sort of firework videos. I'm in the middle at the moment of actually designing a little pyro musical that's Disney themed,
Nice.
which I'm hoping to do in my back garden before the end of the year and film that and put that on my channel. So a piece of Disney music that, as far as I know, has never had fireworks choreographed to it. So quite excited about that. So yeah, that's kind of what I do on my channel.
Nice. I'm not quite sure how many subscribers Marco has right now, but if you have a subscriber,
I think it's about 293. I'm about 7 away, I think, from 300.
Nice.
Nice.
Go
Woohoo!
subscribe.
Go subscribe to Marco.
Thank you.
I call him, of course, the chief moderator for Resort TV One.
Yeah.
The man behind all the stats and everything else, but just an all-around great guy.
And he's the on location guy in the UK, right? For Resort
That's
TV
true.
One.
Yeah,
You've
yeah,
done a few streams with them.
Yeah, we streamed from Liverpool on Resort
Yeah.
TV One,
Yep.
Disney Magic last year, which was great fun. Me and Adam from Adam's Land. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's when you call
absolutely.
mom and dad off the on the boat.
That's
on
right.
the
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah. On the
Excuse me.
ship.
On the ship.
Hashtag UK crew.
Hashtag UK crew. That's
right. UK crew.
That is right. Go check them out. Please do. Angela just uploaded a video today from, what was it? That was yesterday, right? That you guys were at the
Magic
park?
Kingdom, yeah. We tried to upload it last night and it didn't go through. When I do those real-time uploads, I like to upload them the day I took the video. So didn't quite make it. This morning it still hadn't uploaded. We had to delete it, start all over again. But yeah.
And you guys are live tomorrow? Thursday? Tomorrow.
No, Thursday. But I'm not really sure what we're going to do because it's on Meyer's channel. But yeah, you guys have definitely inspired me to get out there and see if I can get some wait time information for people. It seems like people want to see that. So
yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
And they collab a lot with a lot of great channels. Kenzie Days and then Tracy and Maya's in them out. So go check them out. Angela from This Our Dreams, and I'm sure all of you have subscribed to them already. And this guy down below, my good pal, my foodie buddy,
hello,
who's gonna be happy when we end up eating at Raglan Road.
yes.
Oh, Splitsville, yeah, yeah.
You're still on that Splitsville kick, huh?
It's so good.
Oh, Jeff is on that kick too right now, Angela. Just let him. Let him tell
the best sushi on property.
It
I'm
sounds to
telling
me
you.
like we have to. Do we have to go over there and do a food review for you guys? Like go over and actually order, like someone like me who's never had sushi. Or
no, you're gonna wait. You gotta wait until we get there.
Tell me when you're going, and I'll get flights.
It's booked for December 3rd, I believe. Let me check my dining route.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. 2021, because that's when I'm going to be there.
Oh no, I'm sure. It's just like, all right, no, well, yeah, I told Jeff.
We'll leave it here.
We'll talk later off stream.
Yes.
Dan, what do you got?
Hi.
You got some good stuff. I know you just put out. Oh, you just put out
today.
Congratulations. I'm sorry it took me literally to 2 hours to say this. Congratulations.
2 hours, dude.
Wow.
Oh, it was
9 years on YouTube.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. You started as a little boy.
He was a little baby.
Little boy.
He still is.
Well,
no, that's Nathan. That's Nathan Staker. Nathan Staker's still a little boy. Dan's a
I was
little
15.
older.
I wasn't so much of a little boy. I was an arrogant teenager at that point. Yeah. So today is my 9th year on YouTube since my first upload. I posted a video today to celebrate and show you kind of what my first video was and where the channel sort of started. And if you haven't subscribed, go check it out. We are on that way to 2K. We are only about 40 subs away now from 2,000. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. And
wow.
but we are nearly there. And 9 years on YouTube. It's just, it's crazy. 9 years, and I can't believe I'm still going. So it's taken me 9 years to grow this beard, really. So
yeah.
But Disney Fiasco episode 109 will be Saturday, and then Disney movie review where Walt and I will be I can't speak today, reviewing The Rescuers. So if you haven't subscribed, come watch the channel, and you can
you're right, Dan.
No,
lost your words there a little bit.
It's 11 o'clock, dude.
I know. It's late. It's late there. I know.
Rod says 9 years. Was it originally Diaper Dan? I look really good for a 10-year-old according to that math.
So if everybody can do the math, you can figure out how old Dan is. He's not that old. When I found out too for the first time, I was like, okay.
Yeah, my pupils used to say I was like in my late 30s going into my 40s. Not sure about that one.
Nope.
Not
All
there
right.
yet.
All right, guys. Again, thanks everybody coming on. Myself, you know what? And I should have announced this earlier, but I have changing the times for my Saturday show. I've come to realize to help my own channel out, which I normally don't do that, but I am going to help myself out a little bit. I am moving to 10 a.m. on Saturdays, 10 to 11. I will be off before that lovely family channel down there goes on at 11. Just to, I noticed from 9 to like 9:45, the numbers are very low. After that, it's like everybody's up, everybody's popping on YouTube. So, yeah, I want to try to take a little bit of advantage of that. People getting up a little later and watching. So, but I'll put a little clip out of the hour change coming up probably tomorrow. And then Saturdays, yeah, I got some more interviews. We have C and L Wandering from the UK on this Saturday. So come get to know them. This past Saturday, we had Blaine from Really Creative Travel. It was a cool interview. If you haven't seen it, go check the replay. I appreciate it. Besides that, it's another Tuesday. It's gone. We will see you next time. Stay healthy. Stay positive. And we'll see you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.